This is Optimal Health Daily, episode 569, How I Train, Fitness for the Everyperson, by Babauta of Zen Habits.net. And I'm your host and narrator, Dr. Neil Malik. Hey there, welcome to a Thursday edition of Optimal Health Daily, where I read to you from popular health and fitness blogs to help you optimize your health. And this episode is brought to you by Ubiome. Your gut is home to trillions of microbes that affect your health in countless ways, including digestion, mood, and your ability to fight illness. Ubiome is pioneering a new era of microbiome-based precision medicine with SmartGut, a quick and easy at-home test that screens for microbes associated with IBS, IBD, and many other chronic conditions. Sampling is quick and easy. It takes less than 3 minutes. SmartGut is healthcare provider ordered and reimbursed by most health insurance. Request your SmartGut test today. Just go to ubiome.com/optimal. That's ubiome.com/optimal. And we thank them for sponsoring the podcast. All right, and with that, let's get to today's post and start optimizing your life. How I Train, Fitness for the Everyperson, by Babauta of ZenHabits.net. I don't train to lose weight or look good. I don't train to beat anyone or impress anyone. I don't train for bigger muscles or a six-pack. I train because I love it and because it's my life. As I've said before, I am in the best shape of my life. That's not impressive. While I'm fitter than most of the population, there are a ton of people who are way fitter than me. They can run faster and longer, lift more, and do more intense workouts, ride and swim much better, play any sport better than me, but I'm pretty fit. I can run for a couple of hours if I want, or hike all day. I can do a reasonable amount of push-ups and pull-ups. I can sprint and jump. Best of all, I can play with my kids and keep up with them and challenge them to keep up with me. I usually win. I say this not to brag, but only to show that it's possible. Because just 5 years ago, I was in terrible shape. I was 65 pounds heavier and couldn't run for more than 10 minutes. I was a smoker and ate junk food and never exercised. The most activity I got was lifting a beer to my mouth or walking to the fridge. I've turned it around. And if you too are a couch potato with more than a couple of pounds to lose, then so can you. I'm no superhuman. I'm a regular guy with a megaton of kids. I have 6, and a wife. How did I do it? Listen on. The following is a brief guide, not for those who want to walk exactly in my footsteps, but for those looking for useful information. So here is my exercise program. What I do. I'm generally a minimalist and a maximalist when it comes to exercise. A minimalist in that I don't believe you need much or any equipment to get fit. A maximalist in that I'll do almost anything and everything. So a bodybuilder might scoff at runners who run long and slow and have no muscle, and a runner might scoff at a bodybuilder who lifts iron every day but has a big gut. A CrossFitter might scoff at others who don't go as intense as they do, while a triathlete might sneer at those who can't go as long. I agree with all of them, except I don't scoff at anyone. I run, but I also bike, and used to swim a bit but haven't recently. I will lift weights, but I'll also do intense bodyweight exercise. I walk a lot. I'll throw sandbags around, do pull-ups from tree branches, do sprints, race my kids up hills, hike on trails, push sleds, do a push-up challenge. 100 push-ups in 5 minutes is a good one. Or a jumping lunge challenge, like see how fast you can do 300 jumping lunges. Swing kettlebells, play basketball or soccer, or just generally play with my kids. I've also run several marathons and have done short triathlons. I've run many shorter races, half marathons, 10Ks and 5Ks and some crazy stuff in between. So if you're looking for a specific program from me, I don't have one. I make it up as I go, and I just have fun doing it. But here are some general tips. 1. The most important thing for me is to have fun. 2. I stay active most days. 3. I rest whenever I need it and don't feel guilty about it. Rest is good. 4. I will often make fitness a social activity. I'll hike with a friend or do CrossFit with another friend, or work out with my wife, Ava. 5. Challenges are also fun. Find a challenge online and give it a try. Do a challenge with your friend or spouse or a group. And 6, I like to mix it up. If only I do one kind of activity, then I only have one kind of fitness. Also, only doing one thing gets boring for me. my month of CrossFit. In January, I joined my friend Scott Dinsmore in doing workouts with San Francisco CrossFit. We took a basics course 3 days a week for 2 weeks, and that was tough. Then we did 2 weeks of regular CrossFit classes, and that was killer. If you're not familiar with CrossFit, they're crazy. They do intense, short workouts of functional movements. Burpees and barbell thrusters and pull-ups and sled pushing and running 400 meters and box jumps and throwing a medicine ball up against a wall and barbell deadlifts and kettlebell swings and any other crazy things the coach can think of. It's not for the faint of heart, but I loved it. We'll probably do more classes, but I plan to mix other things in as well. How I got here. I'm doing workouts now that I couldn't have done 5 years ago. If you haven't been working out regularly, I don't recommend you do them. Start out easy. I started by running for half a mile. It was hard, but I did it every other day for a couple of weeks, and soon I could do a mile, then 2 miles, and soon I began to enjoy it. That's the key. Get your shoes on and get out the door. Then focus on the parts that are enjoyable. If it's not enjoyable, find a friend to do it with and have a conversation. All you have to do is walk briskly or play a sport you enjoy. You don't have to run. If you enjoy swimming or soccer, then do those. Find a challenge and do that with friends. Some more tips. 1. Start small. If you kill yourself in the beginning, then you'll dread doing it and you'll eventually quit. If you make it easy, then you'll have no excuse. 2. Build gradually. After starting small, you can slowly increase your time exercised or the intensity. Don't do both at the same time. You might get enthusiastic and want to increase quickly. That's a newbie mistake, and that often leads to overtraining or injury. You're in this for the long haul. 3. Don't forget to rest. Recovery from training is a huge component of training. Most people, myself included, tend to overtrain and rest too little. Again, that leads to overtraining and injury. I've done it, and it sucks. And 4, log your progress. This is not absolutely necessary, but, well, actually it is. If you don't log your progress, you won't see the progress. It's hugely motivating to look back on your workout log and see how far you've come. If you stick with it for a few months or longer, you'll see tremendous improvement. That feels amazing. You'll also be able to see what you've done wrong. If you've overtrained, then the logs will make that obvious. Next steps. If you're a beginner, I recommend you follow the tips you just heard. Start small and increase gradually and make it enjoyable and social. Watch yourself make progress. After that, I suggest you mix it up and challenge yourself in new ways all the time. Fitness can be incredibly fun. Do a race or join a class or do a group challenge. Find a variety of workout partners and enjoy the conversation and competition. You just listened to the post titled, How I Train, Fitness for the Everyperson by Leo Babauta of ZenHabits.net. And this episode is brought to you by Ubiome. Your gut can tell you a lot when you're in love, who to trust, and whether you should have eaten that meatball sub. But sometimes your gut can be hard to decode. Your gut is home to trillions of microbes, about as many as the amount of human cells in your body. Those microbes may affect your health in countless ways. They might help you digest food, manufacture vitamins, improve your mood, or even fight off illness. So, how do you know if your bacteria are working with you or against you? That's where SmartGut can help. SmartGut is a quick and easy at-home test that helps you understand if your gut bacteria are working with you or against you by screening for microbes associated with IBS, IBD, prediabetes, kidney stones, and many other chronic conditions. Sampling is quick and easy. It takes less than 3 minutes. SmartGut is healthcare provider ordered and reimbursed by most health insurance. The knowledge you gain from SmartGut can help you and your healthcare provider make smart decisions about your health. Request your SmartGut test today. Just go to ubiome.com/optimal. That's ubiome.com/optimal. And we thank them for sponsoring the podcast. Like I've said before, I can relate to Leo's story. I hated exercise. I didn't care about eating nutritiously. Yoga, meditation, that's all foo-foo stuff. Now, I wasn't necessarily overweight, but I did suffer from a chronic disease. And so for me, that was the wake-up call. But that didn't mean, oh, my mind snapped and said, oh, now I enjoy exercise and now I enjoy eating salads. No, that didn't really happen. Just as Leo said, it took time. I had to try different things and find what I liked. When I was first starting out, everyone used to tell me, oh yeah, you've got to run. Running is the best. You want a six-pack, you've got to incorporate running as your cardio. I hated running and I still am not a huge fan of it. It always gasses me. If I want to get through a workout, the worst thing I can do to myself is go for a run first. And so I incorporate running into my workout, but just shorter ones. That's how I trick myself into actually doing it. And yes, I made those newbie mistakes too. I wanted to see results fast. I wanted to feel better quickly. I want to feel better right now. And sure enough, I injured myself. That knocked me out of commission for a couple of weeks. And then I got really excited about weightlifting and wanted to lift heavy. And then I really got into heavy weightlifting. My buddy kind of got me into that. Working out with a partner was super helpful to keep me motivated. But then I almost blew out my left elbow because I tried to lift too heavy. So yes, I made those mistakes too. But over time, as you try new things, as you do new things, and you learn about yourself, you're honing in on the process. You're honing in on things that you know you like, you know you don't like, and therefore you can focus on the things that you do like, that keep you active, and therefore you're more likely to do it again. So don't feel as though it's wasted time when you go and try something new, especially if you didn't like it. Because you know what? It's just telling you, all right, that's one thing not for me. Check that off the list. I'm just honing in on what I actually do enjoy, which gets me one step closer to a lifetime of being active. All right, that'll do it for today's episode. Thank you as always for listening. I'll see you back here for our Friday Q&A show tomorrow, where your optimal life awaits.